Indonesia is a land of many islands, shaped by the Pacific Ring of Fire. With more active volcanoes than anywhere else, these mountains are the heart and soul of the nation. They shape the land, the culture, and the lives of those who live in their shadows. Volcanoes here are both creators and destroyers, sources of life and awe, but also of fear. My journey began with a simple idea: to understand the connection between Indonesians and their volcanic world. Pictures of smoking peaks and green rice fields weren't enough. I needed to feel the ground shake and see the sunrise from a crater's edge. This was more than a holiday. It was a pilgrimage to the fiery heart of a nation. The thought of standing before these giants was both thrilling and humbling. In Indonesia, volcanoes are called Gunung Api, fire mountains, a name that commands respect. I was ready to listen to the stories these mountains had to tell, and to learn from the people who call them home. This is your invitation to journey with me through Indonesia's volcanic landscapes. We'll travel from Java to Lombok, climb in the pre-dawn darkness, and meet the people whose lives are woven into these mountains. We'll see how life thrives in the shadow of immense power. This is a story of adventure, discovery, and deep respect for nature. Descending through tropical clouds, my first glimpse of Java was a patchwork of vibrant green, punctuated by the silhouettes of distant volcanoes. The air was warm, humid, and filled with the scent of earth and clove cigarettes. My journey began in Yogyakarta, the cultural heart of Java, before heading east by train. From the window I watched farmers in rice paddies and children waving as volcanoes loomed in the background. The land felt alive, the mountains a constant, silent presence. Arriving in mountain towns, the air grew cooler and the pace of life slowed. The people moved with a calm rhythm, in tune with the mountain's presence. Their faces were kind, welcoming, and seemed to understand the pull of the mountains. My first night was spent in a small guest house on a mountainside. As the temperature dropped, I sat on the porch wrapped in a blanket, gazing at the volcano's dark silhouette against a sky full of stars. The village settled into quiet and I felt a profound sense of peace. In the presence of such a massive natural wonder, I felt very small. That humility set the tone for the adventure ahead. The volcanoes were not just scenery, they were living, breathing forces. I was ready to explore their world. My journey led me to three of Indonesia's most iconic volcanoes, each with its own character. Mount Bromo in East Java sits inside a vast caldera, a sea of gray volcanic sand dotted with smoking cones. The landscape is otherworldly, both desolate and breathtaking. On Lombok, Mount Rinjani rises over 3,700 meters, a true giant. Climbing Rinjani is a multi-day trek, but the reward is Segara Anak, a brilliant blue crater lake with a new volcano rising from its center. Sitting by the lake watching steam rise, you witness a world in the making. Near Yogyakarta, Mount Merapi lives up to its name, Fire Mountain. As one of the most active and dangerous volcanoes in Indonesia, Merapi's menacing plume is a constant reminder of its power. Villages on its slopes have been rebuilt after eruptions, a testament to resilience. Bromo is the artist, Rinjani the mystic, and Merapi the warrior. Each volcano offers a unique perspective on Indonesia's volcanic soul. They are not just peaks, but living characters in the story of the Ring of Fire. Their diversity reveals the depth of Indonesia's connection to its mountains. Each one has its own spirit and lessons to teach. Sunrise hikes are essential to experiencing Indonesia's volcanoes. Waking before dawn, you trek up winding paths, guided only by headlamps and anticipation. At Bromo, the journey across the sea of sand leads to a viewpoint where the first light paints the caldera in gold and purple. The moment the sun rises, the landscape transforms, smoking craters and mountains revealed in all their glory. For locals, these mountains are sacred. The Tenggerese people around Bromo hold the Yadnya Kasada festival, offering fruit and livestock to the mountain gods. These rituals are a way of showing gratitude and respect, hoping to keep the volcano calm. Culture and nature are deeply linked here. The mountains are seen as ancestors and spirits. Watching the sunrise, you join a ritual that has happened for generations. It's more than a view, it's a connection to something ancient and powerful. The mountains are not just scenery, they are living participants in daily life. Here, every sunrise is a sacred moment. Standing on a crater's edge, looking into the Earth's depths, changes you. The scale is overwhelming, you feel small, yet liberated. The rumble from Bromo's crater sounds like a sleeping beast, a reminder that the mountain is alive. The sharp scent of sulfur and the ever-present sounds make the experience visceral. Sharing the climb with fellow travelers creates a unique bond, strangers united by awe. We helped each other, shared snacks, and stood together in silence as the sun rose. These moments of connection became the heart of the journey. It wasn't about ticking volcanoes off a list, but about the wonder and humility they inspired. The volcanoes taught me about the power and fragility of our world. They put life into perspective, reminding me of forces far greater than ourselves. The lessons of the mountains lingered long after I left. Their beauty and power are unforgettable. To truly understand Indonesia's volcanoes, you must hear the stories of those who live beside them. My guide Adi, who grew up on Rinjani's slopes, saw the mountain as an ancestor, reading its moods in smoke and tremors. In a village near Merapi, Ibu Sari rebuilt her home after an eruption, trusting the mountain's spirit to protect her. "The mountain takes, but it also gives," she said, pointing to her lush garden. Legends abound. A shopkeeper near Bromo spoke of gods battling in the caldera. A fisherman on Lombok credited volcanic ash for rich fishing waters. Every story revealed a deep, complex relationship with the volcanoes, built on respect, fear, gratitude, and acceptance. Locals understand the cycle of destruction and renewal because they live it daily. Their perspectives transform the volcanoes from geological sites into living cultural landscapes. Folklore, ceremonies, and daily routines are shaped by the mountains. To truly see the volcanoes, you must see them through the eyes of those who know them best. Their stories bring the mountains to life. The wisdom of the locals is as vital as the mountains themselves. Listening to them changed my journey. Indonesia's volcanic regions are strikingly fertile. Volcanic eruptions deposit ash and rock, which over time create some of the world's richest soil. This mineral-rich earth is perfect for agriculture, drawing people to live in these risky areas. On Merapi's slopes, I saw terraced fields of tobacco and coffee. Around Bromo, farms grew onions, potatoes, and cabbages. The markets overflowed with fresh produce, and local cuisine thrived on this abundance. The volcano is both provider and foundation of the local economy. Communities are largely self-sufficient, growing their own food and selling the surplus. This cycle of destruction and renewal is a lesson in nature's resilience. Eruptions bring short-term devastation, but long-term fertility. The lush farms and thriving villages are a testament to this bargain with the mountains. People accept the risk for the gift of fertile soil. The volcano's danger is balanced by the promise of life. It's a complex, enduring relationship. Living with volcanoes means living with constant risk. Mount Merapi's frequent eruptions are a reminder of nature's unpredictability. Villages have evacuation routes and early warning systems. Scientists monitor the mountains around the clock. This vigilance is matched by deep cultural respect. Volcanoes are seen as the domain of powerful spirits. Locals believe that respecting the mountain keeps it calm, leading to strong conservation ethics. Rituals and ceremonies work alongside scientific monitoring to keep communities safe. The relationship is a delicate balance of coexistence, listening to the mountain, heeding its warnings, and honoring its spirit. As travelers, we must share this respect. Hire local guides, follow safety rules, and never venture into restricted zones. The beauty of the volcanoes is undeniable, but so is their power. Respecting the danger deepens our appreciation for the courage of those who live here. The wisdom of coexistence is essential. In Indonesia, respect is survival. My journey through Indonesia's volcanoes was an education in coexistence. These landscapes show how humanity and nature are intertwined. Visiting these places, you become part of the local economy, hiring guides, staying in guest houses, and supporting communities. Responsible tourism encourages environmental preservation and sustains local livelihoods. But with this privilege comes responsibility. Leave no trace, respect customs, and listen to local advice. We are guests in a sacred, fragile environment. The future of these volcanoes depends on our choices as travelers. Let's appreciate Indonesia's volcanoes for their beauty, the life they support, and the cultures they shape. Let's ensure future generations can stand on a crater's edge and feel the same awe. The fiery heart of Indonesia is a treasure for the world. Together, we can keep it beating strong, explore, be amazed, and protect. The story of Indonesia's volcanoes is one of wonder and responsibility.